position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Collins with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. From inside the 20, chance for Brick. Oh, the ball's out on the return. Well, that could have been disastrous. Able to recover it and retain possession on the opening kickoff.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. Head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
The give to the tailback. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense.
Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
7, LSU 0.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. LSU quick to the line. Got Guys, we talk about games that just somehow get away from you. I don't think there was a better example last year than that classic between LSU and South Carolina, which the Gamecocks did every single thing except finish.
Well, they got out to an early start, but they didn't get a lot of help from the referees, that's for sure. There were some very questionable calls in that game. At the end of the day, though, good teams find ways to win games. Garrett Nussmeier and LSU pulled it out.
They did find a way to pull it out, but how about what this game could have meant for South Carolina? Like, they could have been in the college football playoff, and you talk about the refs, they were awful. I mean, the INT returned to the house, but we accidentally touched the quarterback or breathed on him. Some bad breaks, and South Carolina is not forgetting it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll try the run. Across the 45. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. When Brian Kelly arrived here in 2022, LSU had suffered a very quick fall from the grace of that national championship season, but he is a proven program builder.
And then this program dipping into the transfer portal, you saw so many pieces there in place a year ago, and they could score some points, but, you know, making this a complete team, Palmer, I think Nussmeier and the offense has a chance to really thrive. Can the defense stay with him? Because that will determine how great this season can be.
Especially in the secondary. That's a place where LSU has struggled for a lot of years here recently, and this used to be considered DBU. So Nussmeier, you expect to put up points. If he plays at a high level week in, week out, no question LSU is going to be tough to beat.
3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. They'll leave it with him. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. We saw it right there on that.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The option look. Running into the open space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. He's got 48 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. LSU right back to the line. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Hand off from the gun. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. The sure hands, it's Brown. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. That is just a perfect example of not deciding before the snap where you have to go with the ball.
Yeah, because that will get you in trouble. You can tell right away he wants to get the ball to his primary. He's covered. He comes off of him, does a nice job being patient, taking his time.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the Gamecocks will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass. They didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelm the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Durham. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Durham. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Durham. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the ground, it's Jackson. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. LSU quick to the line. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up, and you watch the way they run their offense. Usually, it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's moving out of the pocket. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge Got a man. It's Harbor. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Gamecocks looking to convert on 4th down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Jacobs. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed. The last few years, it extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Let's see if they've got a winner dialed up on 4th and long from the 50. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking the shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off-play action on first down. Makes the catch. It's O'Neal. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, and that's where his offense will go to work. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Trying to set the tone with the run. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. LSU right back to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
To the ground with the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer. But the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Going for the marker on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Running through contact. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. Straight ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Texas Tech is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Lubbock for a long time. They're up by 30 over the Groupers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Going to have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second and looking deep down the right side. Got it. They will score. Touchdown Gamecocks.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
South Carolina, 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He's got it. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and their giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels. Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. In an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got a little space. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. LSU quick to the line. Get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Going for it on 4th down must be part of their philosophy. Just 1 for 3 so far in this one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Lofts one high and deep. And he made the grab with enough for the 1st down, but not enough room on the sidelines to stay in bounds. It's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still looking. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep your spot.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. LSU right back to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A low line drive and short kick. The ball is going to be downed at the 35. A quick timeout call by the kicking team here.
Timeout, South Carolina.
Come on, let's play like a team. This is not the end.
What the deal is around?
I felt the most in the areas of the water wheel and the circus. And then, not as obvious as the others, in the description of the silo.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Well, see, it's not that obvious. One that was really almost buried, I felt, was the wine barrel. The wine barrel on page 296. I think it's the second paragraph, 296. There you go. Well, isn't that the whole idea of what this meeting is about? What was your question?
I just asked if you had any thoughts about the ring motif.
The ring motif.
The ring motif.
Yes. She said. Well, I thought that the ring symbols showed the boundaries and the limitations.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Nice observation.
What's going on, man?